the webinar for ACCA Performance Management, Advanced Performance Management. This is your instructor, Rizwan Maniya. I hope you are doing well. Uh, Thanks for the confirmation that the sound is clear to all of you. Let's begin first. These 2 days of webinar, I hope, will be very useful for you. As always, I will try to cover things that are the key reasons for failure. I will be solving the latest exam questions. So when I say latest exam, it means September, December 25 exam question is what I will be conducting. Okay. And we'll be solving those latest exam questions that will give you the clarity, like those who did not pass. So for them, obviously, it will be a very good uh, source of feedback as to what wrong things we have done. Okay. And those who haven't given the exam, for them, this is the first time. So for them, I will simply say that they will get the idea about the recent exam questions. So let's move on then. My name is Rizwan Maniya. My teaching experience has been more than 18 years. I teach paper, PM, FM, and APM, and I've taught more than 6,000 students. Uh, I have conducted lots and lots of webinars for ACCA Pakistan when they used to run this P2P sessions for exams. Other than that, from VIFHE's platform, I've conducted 21 webinars. This is my 21st webinar. Many of my students have secured nationwide positions in their part of the world. And to be very honest, I'm very lucky in that many students who gave APM secured positions. So I can easily say more than 42 students have been my students in the past who got positions in APM in different countries. You can see the results. So it clearly shows that if you are committed, if you will follow the plans, there is nothing that's going to stop you either passing the exam and also getting these favorable results. So I hope you all first will be targeting the passing. See, the paper is not difficult. The right approach is needed to pass the exam. I understand that students, I've seen a lot of messages. Many people message me regarding their feedbacks if they haven't been able to pass. I always say one thing. Are you aiming 100 marks? So you're not. What exactly are you aiming? First 50 marks. First 50. So that is what I'll be highlighting, targeting, explaining you people that how to grab the first 50 marks. Right? Having said that, let's move on. So if you want to be the next position holder, for that, what is important that this should be your first attempt. Okay. So just try, follow the plans, and you will see positive results, hopefully. Now, how to remain connected with me during the webinar. So, this chat box where you just initially gave me the confirmation about the sound that the voice was clear. This is the chat box that we'll be using in interacting in this webinar. Make sure you interact a lot. The more the interaction, the better you'll be able to understand. These are the free sessions for you people. So it will give you a good opportunity to interact with us and and get to know exactly what are the important things, what are key things that you have to take into account. Okay, done. Now, there's a global WhatsApp group that you should be part of for APM. If you are not part of this group, please, please, please be part of this group, uh, because I will be sharing important materials, whatever things that we're doing in the webinars in these next 2 days. So we'll be sharing all that stuff in those groups. I will be active in the last days. I will be sharing a lot of important materials, the revisions and everything. So make sure that you're part of these groups. And the uh, link of this group is what I will be sharing in a while. Okay. And you can even contact me at this number, or you can contact the support team in order to get the group link so that you are able to join. Okay. I'll ask the team in a while to share in the chat box as well. Once this will be shared, I will let you know. So those students who will watch later on in form of recordings, obviously, they will also contact the support team for the group link as their first priority. Okay. And you can even contact me because I'm the principal here for any problem, any suggestions, any guidance. You can contact me at this number as well. All right. So I hope this is clear how we'll interact, how we'll talk to each other, and how we'll make this webinar a useful one for your exam success. All right. Now, first of all, in the very recent examiner report, if even if you go and check the September December examiner report, examiner has made it clear that things that you have done in the past, at least you should have the clarity, the basics should be on your mind. So the previous exam that connects with APM is performance management. And we know this PM is basically the base paper. So it is not that you go and revise entire PM. No, I'm not saying that. But I am saying this thing very clearly that yes, you must have the basics, few important things in your mind. Okay. Now, what is return on capital employed? You'll be shocked to hear that students did mistake in calculating the correct rows. Can you imagine? These were your friends, your classmates, and this is not something I'm talking about 10 years before. The very recent exam attempt of September, December 25, where students were struggling to calculate return on capital employed. So please, the basic knowledge that you have acquired earlier, you should be able to retain that. And those who are saying here, we came through exemptions, again, I'm not going into the details what you have covered in those qualifications, but at least the basics like return on capital employed, residual income, these are things that you should know. Okay? So these are very basic things. So remember, you are not kid anymore. You have to step up from PM to APM because your position now is of a consultant. You are not a management accountant now, you are a business consultant. And let me tell you what work does a business consultant performs. So guys, business consultant is a one who thinks like a consultant, who read like a consultant, who write answers like a consultant. Now, don't look at this person, okay? He is not very formal here. because consultant will dress like a consultant on the day of examination. Business consultant, the term is so strong. I always say the term is so strong. And those who are new to my sessions today, they should understand that your position in front of the examiner is of a consultant. A person who is taught in different business industries, in different business segments. If this is a pharmaceutical business, if it is a hospital business, education business, manufacturing concern, service business, consultant is a person who has the complete inside and in and outs of that. So, my friends, simple message to all the newcomers. Whenever you read or you are attempting any exam question from today to the exam day, on the exam day, think like a consultant. And the first beginning thing is on the day of examination, dress like consultant, like dress formally. Dress formally, which means you should look handsome, beautiful, sober, dressing like a consultant. Just look yourself in the mirror to your own self and say, yes, here I am. I am a consultant. I'm going to meet 3 different clients in 3 hours and 15 minutes. One will be a giant client of 50 marks. There are small clients of 25 marks each. I will understand their business situation. I will listen to their concerns. I will try to address their problems, and I will add value to them. Value addition is important. Value adding is important. Okay? So, my friends, dress like a consultant. Then, when you are at the exam center, when you will start the exam, read the scenario like a consultant. Okay, try to understand. Okay, the business nature. Okay, this is a manufacturing business, it's a service business. They produce washing machines, they produce laptop, they produce computers. No, it's a hospital business. No, it's a delivery business. So you need to understand the nature of the business. Read like a consultant. Once the reading part is done and you are about to solve the requirements, think like a consultant that yes, have I understood exactly? Have I understood exactly the reasons, the requirements, what they want me to do? Have I understood everything properly? And then think to ensure that you are answering to the requirement, according to the requirement. You can't deviate. And then write like a consultant, which means professionalism in writing the answer. The use of jargons. If you are reporting to the board of directors, so remember, board of directors will expect professional answers. The layout, the format, all should reflect professionalism. So you have to write like a consultant. Understood? So remember, guys, who you are. Come on, write in the chat box, everyone. Who you are all are business consultant, I want everybody to write in the chat box. It's a starting point to ensure that you all are active. Great. Very nice. Now, certain techniques that are important to pass. We will also, once the webinar ends tomorrow, I will also share a summary of important do's and don'ts. What all will I teach throughout these sessions, throughout these hours, through the practice things that I'll solve. I will share a document of do's and don'ts with you as well later on. To start with, remember there are easy numbers available. Remember, your first target should be to grab 50 marks. Make your life simple. Make your life easy. You cannot just assume that you will pass if you get 100. No, 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 no. You will pass if you get 50. Remember, 50 is like 100, 49 is like 0. Okay? So there are easy numbers, and while solving the solutions, I will highlight again and again. See, here you could have secured easy numbers. Here you could have secured easy numbers. Very simple plan of action. If it's a 50-mark question, 10 are the professional marks, 20, 40 are the technical marks. So if you split that into half, so in section A, 20 marks minimum you have to target. Then in section B, 10 minimum marks you have to target in each question. Okay? So we will search for the easy things, because for sure there will be difficult requirements. There will be very dangerous in swinger Yorkers. That examiner will bowl you, but you are a good batsman. You can block those. What will you wait for is the free hits, no balls, and easy deliveries that you can hit for sixes. If you're a cricket lover, you will understand what I'm trying to say. Okay? One example, easy marks you can grab through Section A report, like to, from, date, subject, intro paragraph. Okay? Easy report numbers you can grab. Maybe one, maybe two, depending, because there are a lot of things that comes under this. It's not just 2 marks for the format only. I will discuss that. But even if you get one easy number, so those who complain, who got 49 can pass and get 50. Okay? Professional marks. 20 professional marks. You all have a very good idea about those 20 professional marks. Are totally dependent on 80 technical marks. If you target the 80 technical marks, you can easily grab 20 professional marks. But for that, obviously, the completion of the exam is important. You cannot leave the requirements. You cannot leave the things. You have to complete entire 80 marks to get 20 marks. And for these 20 marks, nothing additional you have to write. It's just a demonstration of your professional skills. And I will try to enhance once I move on. So my friends, remember As I said, get easy numbers. For that, do watch Smart Paper Solving Technique video available on VIFHE's YouTube channel that will give you the clarity that how to target first 50 marks. Psychologically, you have to make things simple for yourself. Don't consider the passing ratio to be low. Consider you are allowed to lose 50 marks and still you will pass. It's the positive thing. Very important $1 million theory drafting document. Now, this document, obviously, I will share the details of this document. I will share the document itself in these groups that I mentioned earlier. If you're a paid student, you have already seen that on your portal. This article will help you to draft the answers properly. This will help you to tackle technical marks. This will help you to handle professional marks. So please make sure that you do read this article. If you don't find it, do let me know. But I will already share that in the resources that we'll share in the group. Okay. Mine video. There are 3 videos that I've recorded for you people. That is again available on VIFHE's YouTube channel. Read the marker's mind. See, these videos will change your perspective of dealing with APM and will change your thought process about APM, because these videos will give you the clarity that why examiner is so nice. I know you don't like him. See, by watching these videos where I've totally have discussed 100 marks, 225-mark questions in part 1 and 2, and part 3, 50-mark question where I've discussed a reasonable answer from a student can pass the exam. Yes, can pass the exam. It is not difficult. It is not difficult. So please do watch these 3 videos. You will find it by the name of Read the Marker's Mind. Even you can just Google it. You will find my video right at the top. All the 3 parts. Thoroughly watch it. And I've made it very clear how to grab marks. What you write, you will get the marks. Your exam answers are too high, too high. You cannot achieve it. You don't have to. Your examiner writes those answers in an ideal situation that you cannot replicate. Okay? So make sure you do watch this as well. A quick discussion in relation to the professional marks, even though I'll be discussing them in a detailed way. Communication. Section A of your question will deal with communication. Section B questions will not have communication. The rest, all 3 will be part of section A and B both. For communication, the first thing is the report format. Like to whom you are writing the report, from you, management accountant, date, subject, introduction, paragraph, the main body of the report. So communication, first area is the report format that people can create reasonably well. On top of it, in communication, the tone of the answer, the way you produce the answer, style of the answer, tone of the answer, use of headings and subheadings, all comes under the area of communication. How well you have written the report. Okay. Analysis evaluation covers the logical way of answering, a clear, systematic, logical way of answering. Okay. Plus, ensuring that you have written according to the requirements, you have done a balanced assessment. If there are certain numbers, so do use the numbers, do some calculations if needed to justify your conclusions, all come under the heading of analysis and evaluation. So what purely analysis means, analyze. For that you need to have certain calculations, facts. You need to find out the facts. So for that, any supporting calculation will give you marks. And once you have done the analysis, once you have found out the facts, then you can perform evaluation, looking at the positives, negatives, and a balanced assessment will give you marks. And as I said, a clear, logical way of presenting the answer will also come under analysis and evaluation. Skepticism, having a questioning attitude, raising questions, not relying on the information given to you simply. But again, the scope of skepticism is not like what you see in audit and assurance exam. This will be confined to few requirements, maybe one requirement where you have to demonstrate that skill. Commercial acumen is a key for a consultant, like analysis and evaluation. Understanding the business context, the environment in which the business is working, understanding the business realities, practicalities. If you respect the business environment, the nature of the business, and whatever you write is in the context of the business environment, related to the business, well linked with the business, in which you use examples to explain, you get marks for commercial acumen. Commercial acumen. Okay, done. Now we'll demonstrate these skills, and as I said later on at the end of the webinar, maybe next day, day 2, I will share a very good document with you guys for key do's and don'ts for APM. Scope of the webinar remains the same. We'll be revising certain key topics. We'll practice questions. Focus will be on drafting and the marking scheme. And time management discussion will be done because time is crucial. In paper, you have to ensure that you complete the paper. For professional marks, you qualify when you complete the total 80 marks. You qualify for all professional marks then. Okay? Done. Day-wise plan. Day 1, we'll be targeting section A. I did mention we are solving latest exam question of September, December 25, the one that was recently tested in the exam. Tomorrow as well, we'll be targeting section B, and again we'll be targeting latest exam question of September, December 25. So those students who wants to get an immediate feedback, what recently has been tested, how to solve it, what you have done wrong, these 2 days are very important. After the 2 days free session, there will be a proper revision batch that you can join. Now, this revision batch, let me make it very clear, is only for self-study students. Students who are planning self-study, they can join this batch. My research student who are already part of the batch, they do not have to worry about this revision, okay? Because they have everything already available to them. Self-study students. This is a live revision batch with lot of things to be conducted live. So what this will comprise of, let me explain. We are offering this for all the professional papers, okay? Basically, this will include live sessions plus recorded content will be available to you. Together with live and recorded, self-study student will be in a very good position to pass the exam, because in these revision sessions, I will be targeting hot 20 to 25 topics that are important for the exam, and we will be providing you the practice material for those top 20 to 25 hot topics as well. So if you have limited time, if you want to target revision of important areas, don't miss out this opportunity. So let me show you exactly what we will be offering, what are the live classes in this, and what are the recorded things. So let's see here. First of all, this is the plan that will be given to you people. Now, the recorded content access will be available to you from 2nd Feb, those who are already enrolled, those who will now, so they will get the access till the exam date. The target that we are giving them to complete is till 20th of February. Now, this content is based on important areas only. Top 20 to 25 exam areas, recorded content with practice material will be available. What you can do, you can prioritize based on your weak areas. So what you need to do, if you cannot watch the entire content, no issue, focus on your weak areas first. Okay? Cover your weaker areas first. On top of it, 2 days of webinars today and on 6th that I'll conduct will be good practice sessions, followed by a recording to be seen of December 25 recorded webinars right after we are ending this. And then from 9th of February, we will start our further live practice sessions. Now, what is the sequence? We'll be having another live practice session on 9th of February, that is live, followed by a live practice pre-mock to be held on 11th. 2 days later, we want to do the rehearsal. We want to prepare you for the final mock. We want to prepare you for the final exam. So these are the sessions where we will replicate those environmental things. So this will be a pre-mock practice session to be held live on 11th of Feb. Okay? Live invigilation will be done. It will be an exam sort of a situation before the final mock. Then I will conduct the debrief of that. on 13th of February, 2 days later. This debrief will give you an immediate feedback as to what you have done. Okay? Then we will have live grand revision. We'll have a live grand revision from 17th of February. This, in fact, on 17th of February, in this, I will revise the conceptual areas of APM that are important for the revision purpose, followed by your live mock to be held on 21st of Feb. This will be your grand mock, followed by a debrief that will be conducted live again on 27th of Feb, when we will announce the results as well for your mock. Now, all these live sessions, live classes will give you the confidence, will give you an opportunity to do a rehearsal before the examination. Okay? Then, after that, complimentary mock on 28th Feb, you will solve another mock before the exam with a complimentary debrief. And this is how the revision session will be conducted. All the regular research student, you don't have to worry. As I said, you will always already be part of these live classes. But those self-study student who needs quick push at the end, don't wait. You can join this session. You can contact our admission department. The number is right at the bottom here. You can see, contact them. They will be happy to provide you the details about these sessions. You can enroll yourself and see a massive difference. You have two things in your hand. One, the live classes. Second, the recorded material as well. This is focusing on hot 20 to 25 areas with live session giving you further clarity about how to be ready before the examination. So this is a short course, value-adding course, and a good opportunity to ensure you can become successful in upcoming March 26 attempt, which is to be held on 4th of March, my birthday. So I wish you best of luck. You wish me birthday. I'll wish you best of luck. And I hope on this 4th of March, you will do really good, really good. Okay? Done? Very nice. So you can contact the admissions if you want to. The number has been shared at the bottom. If you want, I can rewrite this. It's +971 521 09087. Okay? All right. Now, please, quick feedback. How many students are appearing for the first time, and from which country do you belong? Please mention in the chat box. Please mention in the chat box. Okay. First timers and your country, please. Okay, great. I can see a lot of students who are first timers. Okay, now, please, those who are giving a reattempt, mention the reattempt students. I'm not asking about how many attempts you have given. Just mention reattempt and your country. The reattempt students, please. Okay, great. Thank you very much. So I can see a good balance between first timers and reattempt students. First timers, this should be your last time. Reattempt students, this should be your last time. Both have to learn. Okay? First timers will learn from the mistakes of others, and reattempt students will learn from their own mistakes. Right? Nice. Today's study plan includes performance report, balanced scorecard, and a 50-mark question. Let's start then. Third is what gets measured gets done. These are, especially the first thing, is a most examinable area of your paper, performance report. Okay, so let's start. Performance report, very commonly tested area. Still, I see students struggling in this area. We'll just revise the basic rules and then we'll move towards the question. This report is given to the top management, board of directors are those who will review the report. Okay. Using this report, what they do, they want to check whether the company, organization is achieving the desired results, the desired outcomes or not. Okay. Desired results, desired outcomes or not. Now, whenever you are required to evaluate a performance report or a dashboard, I always guide students that you can do it in a very simple way by looking at these four things: purpose, audience, information, and layout. And I simply tell them a mnemonic for that, and that is PAIL. Now, purpose will have the most marks in the paper because this is the key reason that board will use to review. Board wants to check what? Whether organization is achieving its purpose or not. Okay. So from where will you get to know the purpose? From mission, vision, objectives, goals, whatever is mentioned in the scenario, whatever is given to you in the case study, that is what they want to achieve, they should achieve, they want to fulfill. So, my friends, the report that you are evaluating should be good enough, should have necessary information that should address or that should communicate at whether the company is achieving its mission, goals, objectives or not. So what is important for you to check? Whether report has that important, relevant information available through which it could be communicated to the board of directors that are we achieving the mission or not. Got it? So for that, two things need to be done. First, check the mission, objectives, strategies, aims, break it down into pieces, break it down into smaller pieces so that you know these are the 3, 4, 5, 7, 8 things I have to check. And then, first identify, not check, identify mission, objectives, goals, strategies, whatever is written. The main objectives, the supporting aims, just identify them and break them into pieces. Identify and break them into pieces, separate components, and then check, and then check whether, whether, whether the report has sufficient communication based information for them or not. Report has sufficient information to communicate about these or not. Got it? So identify them and break into components and check whether report has sufficient information or not. Khalas. If you are able to do this, the major marks, you'll grab it. Major marks. And to be very honest, do you want to crack it easily? It's a cheat sheet. For this activity, you grab major marks. Major could include 7, 8, 9, plus when you break them, when you simply break them, you can grab 1 to 2 additional marks. Breaking into components give you marks, 2 marks. And then checking them one by one gives you marks like 7, 6, 8, whatever it is. Understanding? So this is one area we'll be targeting. Next, the report should be according to the audience, like board of director should be according to the board of director or whatever the audience is. This type of audience, identification of the type of audience is important, which is easy work. When I say the report should be according to the audience, means the information that is given should be according to the audience and the layout should also be according to the audience. So what I mean by this? What I mean by this? Information should be according to the audience means if you are reporting to the board of directors, it should be according to their needs. Do they like too much of information? No. Summarized. Okay. So the type of information, third point, is important to look. Is it, you have to check, is it just financial or it also have non-financials? If non-financials are missing, you have to mention non-financials are missing, but only when you think non-financials are important for the business. At APM level, you can't write anything without a reason. You can't go with rote learning and write it. No, there should be a reason behind it. So if non-financial information is missing, mention it is missing and justify why it is important. I'll do all these things for you in today's question. Information, external benchmarks. Simply mentioning that benchmarks are not available is not sufficient. Justify why comparison with industry average is important for a certain business. Then having budgets is good. Justify why. Trend analysis. Past year information should be there. Check whether you have or not. Fine. If you don't find these, mention why are these important. Why are these important? Okay? Done. Check and mention why needed. Commentary. A good report should have a good commentary that will actually highlight the major reasons behind the numbers given in the report. So a good commentary should have a well explained, sorry, a good report should have a well explained commentary that should highlight, address whether mission areas are being covered, draw attention to important matters like if revenues have gone down, what was the major reason behind it, if certain unusual thing has happened, it should mention what is the reason behind it so that the reader of the report gets to know, okay, this is the reason for the numbers that I'm seeing at the top. Okay, so there should be a good comment and commentary should be there. So I hope this is clear. This is so far clear. Information side, layout. The report should be easy to understand according to the audience. I mentioned it earlier. If the audience is technical managers, so more detailed report is required. If the audience is strategic team or board of director, more summarized information is required. The more use of graphs and ratios will make a lot of more sense and will be easy to understand. The numbers to be used in the report should be rounded off depending on the audience. Like if it is board of directors, so you do not have to go to the last digit, round off that to millions. Okay. In short, you guys have to evaluate a performance report by doing what? First, identify mission, vision, things like that, break them into components, grab easy numbers, and then check whether report has sufficient information to address and communicate these or not. Number two, the report should be according to the audience, which means the information, point three, and the layout should be according to the audience. Okay. Point three, information. Information, you have to check whether information is just financial or it has non-financial, and whatever is missing, write it. Be critical, and justify why you want that. Justify why it is needed. Okay? Justify. External benchmarks are there or not, budgets are there or not, and also mention whether these are required or not. Plus, check whether report has a commentary, and if there is a commentary, check how well it is written. How well it is written. Is it explaining the major reasons, or it is simply just rep, it is simply just explaining the figures only, reasons. Okay, and look at the layout of the report overall. It should not be a daunting report. Too much of information should not be there. Simple, easy to understand. Alas, keep this in mind. We'll do the rehearsal through a question. Topic 2, balance scorecard. A model that helps an organization to achieve its vision. The vision is linked with 4 perspectives: financial, customer, internal, innovation, and learning. Financial perspective is about shareholders, value creation. Customer perspective is customer satisfaction. Internal is dealing with efficiency of the process, internal process. Innovation and learning means product innovation, process innovation, developing skills, training given to the employees. Balanced scorecard. Any organization that will establish their system as per balanced scorecard or will measure its performance as per balanced scorecard, manage, measure, manage, measure. They will cover internal, external factors, financial, non-financial factors, and it will give them a balanced view. What? Balanced view. Done? Plus. Now, balanced scorecard, as I said, financial perspective will deal with shareholder value. So it will include all the measures and all the success factors that deals with financial performance. So the indicators will be financial indicators. Customer satisfaction, success factors would indicate all those things that will make customers happy, will satisfy the customers. And the resulting indicators you can see here, percentage of defects, repeat customers, all are targeting to measure the customer satisfaction. Internal process, measures like cycle time, system downtime, labor turnover. These are a one that can address internal perspective because it looks at how fast are we performing the operations. Innovation and learning is important for the future success of an organization, which includes products innovation. Number two, the process through which you manufacture a product or provide a service. Process innovation. See, one is developing new products, innovation. Second is using automated process, high assets that are used in manufacturing that will improve the efficiency of the process is known as process automation. It's known as process innovation. So it's not just products it is dealing at. The way you work is also something that comes under innovation. And on top of it, employees, their training, skill development, taking their suggestions to improve, all comes under learning perspective of innovation. And learning indicators like percentage of income, time spent on staff training, all will measure these. Okay. So I hope the basic recap is clear. Guys, please, I need your feedbacks. Is this clear so far? Yes or no? Going good, guys? Was the revision so far going good? Yes or no? Come on, I need feedbacks in form of Gen Z style, emojis. I don't like these chat box. Yes, now. So many different options Zoom has, provided you. Thumbs up, hearts, celebration signs. So far going good, everyone? Great, 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 great. All right then. It's all set now to start with our first question. Let's move towards our first question. Simple $1,000,000 technique that I follow every time to deal with section A is read the general requirements, copy paste that on the word processor. Number two, read the scenario, find hidden verbs and objects because those are now hidden. You can either choose exhibit wise approach of reading the scenario or read the whole scenario. Exhibit wise approach or reading the whole scenario means what? Now the exam structure is so simple that it is very obvious that this requirement pertains to this exhibit. So you can do this way as well. Okay? You can do this way as well. Or you read entire stuff in one go and then solve it. But you have to find out the time saving option. And I feel exhibit wise approach will save time. Plan your answer. Planning means looking at verbs, objects, elements, marks, and headings for each and every requirement. And then write the answer. Write the answer. Okay? So I think this is clear to all of you. Let's begin then and let's see what question we have on offer for today. Guys, I hope you can see the screens. The question is visible to all of you. Kindly please confirm, is it easy to see the question? I hope no problems. I need confirmations from everyone, please. All right. Thanks for confirming. Let's begin. First of all, just a minute, please. Let's wait for Azan is going on. Just a minute. We'll just pause for maybe a minute. Okay. Those who all right. Let's start, guys. Then first of all, we'll open the requirement section. I will copy and read what is written here. Need to write a report. I know. Requirement one is current performance. Sorry, current reporting system. Then balance scorecard. Then what gets measured gets done. So there are three requirements actually. Okay. I'll copy everything. We'll close this. We'll open our word processor and we'll adjust all this in front of my screen so that I can handle the platform easily. Right. Then we'll paste everything here. So we will start from the very first go. Will not wait. Step one, copy paste, done. At the same time, it's a report that I want to write. So I'll start making a format. We'll grab easy numbers to CEO. Okay. Done. From most likely management accountant. If nothing is given in the question, I will read the scenario. Will look at that time. Then date they have given you 1st September 2025. Nothing given, then you have to use the exam date. right? Then subject will decide later on, not sure right now. Then the intro paragraph, will write it later on. Then comes the main body of the report. This is your requirement number one, current reporting system. It's a 19-mark requirement, 5 marks for the first part of the work. I don't know what that work is. 14 for the next part of the work. Then 15 marks for balance scorecard and 6 marks for what gets measured gets done and the professional skills at the end, communication, analysis, evaluation, skepticism, and commercial acumen. Okay, done. All right. Now, the fourth exhibit of company information is the general exhibit. After that, if you see, current performance reporting system is linked with this exhibit. Balance scorecard proposal is linked with this exhibit. What gets widget gets done is linked with this exhibit. So it will not be a very risky option to attempt and read the exhibit requirement wise. We will try this strategy today and see how it works. First, the company information. That's the general one I have to read in any case. Right. Remember, the first two lines, 1.5, will give you idea about the company nature of the business. Neaty Manufacturing is a listed company and is a listed company and it operates one large manufacturing plant in D-land. Neaty manufactures paint, which it sells to a few large retail outlets. So, my friends, it is very much clear that this is a manufacturing business, a listed company, stock exchange registered, obviously. They manufacture in D-land. They are manufacturing paints, Nelson Paint, Jotham Paint. These are the paint manufacturing companies. I always say, everyone, once you have figured out the nature of the business, think of a similar company doing that business to commercial acumen inside you. You should be able to relate well. So they manufacture and sell to few large retail clients. The main customers of the retail outlets are both the public, the consumers who buy the paint to decorate their houses, and professional painters and decorators. Neaty has stated its overall objective is to objective performance report and objective are like this: generate value for our shareholders through ensuring consistent customer delight, excellent product quality, and innovative approach to everything we do. I'll come to this later on. Paint is manufactured in 5-stage process, each stage of which involves manual operation and quality control. The processes are well established, with the only variety in the processes being in different types of paint and color which are produced. Most employees in this industry are relatively unskilled and follow the instructions of management with regard to their specific work activities. These activities in each stage of 5-stage process are mostly repetitive. Okay. The industry in which Neaty operates is developing rapidly. Okay, it's a developing industry. Let's highlight it. In a recent press release, the CEO of a rival company stated the nature of the change in this industry is fundamental. Margins are decreasing. Oh, there has been significant consolidation in the industry through mergers and acquisitions in the last 5 years. The number of foreign suppliers offering a cheap product, foreign, international, okay? So it seems that a foreign company may be acquiring a local company, maybe, and there are continual changes in health and safety legislation that we must react to. Okay, my friends, very nice, beautiful, lovely, done. I hope this is clear. Let's close it. Now, this is my first requirement, and this is the exhibit that I have to read. I'll keep my eyes, my uh, my ears open because I will find here verb and object. So please, once you find it, we will copy paste that on the word processor. Plus, we will start the requirement directly. We'll not wait then. Okay. The CEO of Neaty agrees with the comments made about the paint industry. Okay. The rival CEO mentioned he agrees to that as well, and is concerned that Neaty's performance reporting system, which is used to assess the annual performance at strategic level, okay, does not reflect its stated overall objective. Wow. So the CEO himself believes that your reporting system is not addressing the objective. She has asked you to undertake two tasks in relation to performance reporting system. Two tasks. First, oh, he's not he, is she. She would like you to perform calculations necessary to complete the performance report in Appendix 1. Okay. I will copy this. Secondly, she would like you to undertake an evaluation of the current performance reporting system. However, you have been specifically asked not to suggest any new performance measures. Please, when they have given the instructions, don't do it. Don't do it because you then struggle or lose marks relating to professional skills. Okay. I will copy this. Okay. And now under this, I'll just break this into verb, perform, what to perform, object, calculations. Okay. From Appendix 1. Secondly, would like you to undertake, verb is evaluation, but remember, no more suggestions of the indicators. Okay. Done. 19 marks. First will have 5 marks. Okay. And second will have 14 marks. Done. 5 for spreadsheet calculations. This is easy area. This is where you have to score. See, it's a 50-mark question, 40 marks technical side, 20 you need to pass. To grab 20 marks, easy 5 numbers are on offer. Okay. So I'll open Appendix 1, and this is Appendix 1, the performance report, providing information about revenue, cost of sales, gross profit, selling price, general administrative expense, legal compliance, operating profit, interest expense, profit before income tax, profit for the period. Oh, what is happening? Is this a P&L? So it looks like a P&L. It looks like a profit and loss statement. Dividends, retained earnings. Oh, what is happening? Balance sheet, non-current assets, current liability, non-current liability. Is this a P&L and a balance sheet, or a performance report for judgmental purpose, decision making purpose? Finally, I saw something else. Number of employees, number of factory floor injuries, average processing time per product, inventory holding period, but you need to work out that. WAC, ROS, you need to work out that. RI, you need to work out that. Waste is given to you as a percentage of cost of sales, number of shares, dividend per share, and current ratio. Okay. So there are 5 marks, and how many calculations are we supposed to do? So this is the first one, this is the second, this is the third, this is the fourth, and this is the fifth one, which means 1 mark per calculation I'm getting here. Let's grab the easy numbers. Let's not waste this opportunity, my friends. Let's go and open the spreadsheet and just try to grab 5 easy marks. Part A. Okay. The first thing to work out is inventory days. There are 2 years, X5, X4. Okay. Inventory days you have to work out. Okay. Now, let's start. What is the formula of inventory days? 220 is the inventory. Cost of sale figure is 320 into 365. So 220 divided by 320 into 365. Is that right, everyone? This is the answer that you are getting. 251 days. Round off. Okay. Now, one calculation I'm showing you as a sample. The other you can do on your own. So that's 183. Done. 1 mark in my pocket. Next. Next to ROS. ROS. What is the formula? Operating profit. PBIT divided by what to use. Okay, let's have a look. In ROS, we use PBIT divided by capital employed. What is capital employed? Total asset minus current liabilities. Okay. But the problem is, should I use, because I'm calculating that for 2005, so should I use 2005 figure as a capital employed, or 2005 end figure, or the start figure? Many did this mistake. You are losing easy numbers. Remember, by default, if nothing is mentioned, either you have to use opening capital employed or average capital employed. Opening or average, which means if I'm calculating 2005 here, so I will use 2004 closing figure. This closing will be the opening of 2005. Okay. So please make sure you don't do this mistake. Non-current assets of 2004 end is 530 plus 50 receivables, inventory, cash at bank minus current liability of 32. So the figures that I've used here are 2000 and end or 2004 end or 2005 start. Okay. And done, 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 done. So the answer of Rose is 11.1%. Alas. Can I work out for X4? No, because I don't have opening figure, or I can say I don't have X3 ending, which will be my opening of X4. I'll say not applicable here. Those who will use end of the year figure, they will work out both, but that will not be correct. That will not be correct. Done. What else? After rows, RI, residual income. Same problem. The asset base that you will use will be start of the year. If you're calculating for 20x5, so the asset base will be start of the year for 20x5. Okay, done. So the operating profit is 91 minus the same asset base I will use. I will use the same asset base, and that same asset base will be 823 if I'm not wrong. I've already done the calculation earlier. The WACC, the cost of capital, is 9%, 0.09. See the calculation. PBIT minus notional charge on capital, which is 2005 start of the figure year asset base into 9% as cost of capital. Okay, clear everyone? Done. NA. Why? Because I don't have the start of the figure for 2004. What else? Dividend per share. You will be shocked to see examiner report of this attempt where examiner said people didn't knew how to work out dividend per share. What are you doing? What is the formula of dividend per share? Total dividend divided by number of shares. Come on, my friends. Is this how we'll become an ACCA? 24 divided by 21 million shares. Alas. 24 divided by 18 million shares. Alas. Okay. Then the last working. Current ratio. 5 marks in my pocket. Easy numbers. Smart paper solving technique. Current ratio. What is the formula? Are you with me? What is the formula? Current asset divided by current liability. So this is your current asset. This is your current asset. of 380 divided by current liability of 45. Okay. 80 plus 220 plus 80 divide by 45. Easy, easy, easy. Done. And it's 10.2 for 20x4. Everyone, everyone. So 5 marks easy in your pocket through 5 calculations. Come on, guys. Give your feedbacks. Understood? Yes or no? Easy for now? Yes. Done. So this part has been done, and I mentioned for the calculations, refer to spreadsheet. Okay? Done. Understood? Very nice. Now, it's time to take a break. Let's take a short break. What do you say? Yes? Break for 10 minutes. And after 10 minutes, we'll start again and we'll solve our next requirement of 14 marks. And then the next one, the team has shared the global group link in the chat box. Please, those who want to join the group, just look at the chat box. You can join the group. See you after the break. Hope you are now ready and fresh again. The global WhatsApp group link has been shared in the chat box. Those who want to join, please check. Okay. So kindly confirm everyone. Is my voice clear? Are we ready to start? Please confirm in the chat box. Okay, great. Thanks for the confirmation. Let's begin again with the next requirement. So after this calculation, it's now time to move towards the evaluation of the performance reporting system. You are not required to suggest new measures. Please control yourself. Don't get into this work as it has been explicitly mentioned. And if not followed, then obviously you will lose marks under the heading of professional area. Okay. Okay. Now, let's close this and let's open this very vital exhibit. So you can see here, what was the problem? What was the issue? So if you just recall, the CEO, the CEO thinks that their performance reporting system does not reflect its stated overall objective. So very much clear that you have to check whether the report is communicating about the overall objectives or not. That will be my starting point. And obviously, this is what we know, that we always look at the purpose of the organization, and that's the mission or the objective. So I'll write here the report will be assessed considering by considering whether it addresses the overall objective of the organization, right? And also its presentation. But the objective will be broken down okay into the main objective and the success factors to achieve the objective. Now, let's break it. The main objective, I'll copy from here, we'll paste here. The main objective is to generate value for shareholders, okay, through through number one, okay, ensuring consistent customer delight, ensuring excellent product quality, okay, and have and ensuring that innovative approach in everything company does is adopted in everything company does. Done. Now, good news for all of you is the one that I've highlighted here will give you 2 marks. will give you two easy numbers. Just imagine 5 easy marks for the calculation side, 2 easy marks you already have in form of what? Breaking the mission into components. Don't you think it's difficult, easy, simple? Okay. So done. Now we'll check one by one whether these things are being achieved or not. Okay. So I can start first with the shareholder perspective. Okay. This one. If you want, you can write a heading here. Shareholder value generation will be my first heading. Second, customer delight will be my second heading. Third, product quality will be my third heading. Innovation, innovative approach will be my fourth heading. Right? So this is how you can simplify and grab the major marks. Now, other than the 2 marks, because this is a 14-mark requirement, you can really grab 7, 8, 9 marks in this area now. Maybe 10. Okay? Let's address this one by one. Let's do it. So now, let's close this exhibit and open the appendix. And this is the appendix in front of you. I hope this is visible. If you look at the report, do you think this report is directly addressing anything in relation to shareholder value? And you guys tell me, come on, let's have a two-way communication about it. Do you think, is it really addressing the concerns of shareholder like value creation? Yes or no? If you look at the information, it's a profit and loss statement. It's an extract of a balance sheet. Okay. And then we have some information here, which includes the information of ROS, RI, and other things. But what about shareholder value creation? So, what do you think? Yes or no? We need to be critical. And if things are clear that it is not, then we'll say openly, no, it's not. Okay. The report does not addresses shareholder value generation directly. Okay. Directly. The report is heavily focused on profit-based information, which will not be future focused, future focused rather reflects past information, means not aligned with shareholder future value generation. Okay. 1 mark per valid point you are getting every time. So any valid point you write, you get 1 mark for that. Okay. Done. Also, profit based figures are short term focused, which is unlike shareholder view of longer term. Everyone clear? Okay. However, there are measures like ROS and RI, but again, there are problems associated with them. ROS is subject to depreciation policy used by the company and has the potential has the potential to encourage managers not to invest in new assets in order to keep it high. Hence, it does not have good correlation with shareholder value. Okay, everyone? Done. Clear? Okay. Now, next I have RI. However, RI is much better in terms of shareholder correlation as it considers the cost of capital, okay, and indicates the return for shareholder after the notional charge on capital. Okay. This is better to ROCE. And you know this. You know this. Okay. But RI also faces the problems as it uses accounting based information. Okay. And will be subject to same profit based and will be subject to same issues highlighted highlighted for profit based measures above. Done. I think that's very simple. So see, the knowledge is what you have in your mind. The knowledge is what you have in your mind. Okay. What else could you use here for shareholder value? Dividends information. Yes. They have given you dividend information. Okay. So I can write about dividends. The other information available is of dividends. Okay. Paid to shareholders, but it will not provide complete view of total return given to shareholders as the capital appreciation impact is not available. Share price, TSR, total shareholder return covers both. Okay, covers both. Right, everyone? Done. And if you see here, the company is paying dividends on a regular basis. Okay, but again, we are not clear that overall what impact it will have on shareholder value in the absence of share price uh, share price movement. That's it. So guys, the major marks you will grab from here. Major marks. Are you with me? Understood? Easy. Yes. Now, customer delight. Now, if I ask you a very simple question, what do you think the word customer delight means? Yes. What do you think the word customer delight means? Is it customer satisfaction only? So if you are like, this is customer satisfaction, so I will say no. Customers will be satisfied if you provide them the product or the service as you promised them. But when you go one extra mile, but when you go beyond the fulfilled promise, but when you go one step ahead, then, then it is a stage where you are going beyond the expectation of the customer. They never thought about it. That is customer delight. Just recall Six Sigma. In Six Sigma, remember the first stage was where we used to identify the problem, define the problem. In defining the problem, we used to consider the basic things, things that will satisfy them, things that will delight them beyond their expectation. You are selling a paint box to the customer. The paint is good, very nice. They are satisfied with the color, quality, that is customer satisfaction. Just imagine you gave them a free after sales service after 2 years. Wow, wow. They never thought about it. So this is beyond the expectation of the customer. So delight is a very important word. It is not just customer satisfaction. It is going beyond their expectation. Beyond their expectation. Okay? Okay. Now, first, it is important to understand that customer delight means going beyond customer satisfaction and expectation. Okay? In this report, come on, tell me, do you see any measure? Do you see any measure in this report that is capable enough to address whether we went beyond customer satisfaction? Anything? Tell me. Anything? Nothing. 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 Nothing is mentioned here about that. Okay. In this report, there is no information to address this key success factor as mentioned part of overall objectives. Nothing. Okay. Okay. So I don't think we have anything available here. No measure at all. In fact, in fact, the report does not have anything even related to measure customer satisfaction. Customer satisfaction. So, customer delight comes beyond that level. Sorry, guys, you don't have anything. Do you have any measure? Nothing. 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 But next, product quality. Okay. Anything about product quality? Anything about product quality here? Excellent product quality. No direct measure, no direct measure is given to address excellent product quality, which is very closely connected with customer delight. So if you don't have anything about customer delight, how would you gauge the quality? Because remember, customer will be the best person to gauge the quality, as customer will be in a best position, to gauge the product quality. One measure, one measure, one measure I can see here is of wastage. Okay? Wastage. One measure I can see is of wastage. May indicate, but again, I don't think of percentage wastage. May be argued to be useful here to measure quality. But see, It's not a direct measure at all. Because, first of all, understand the nature of the business. It's a paint business. In paint business, they will mix different colors. In paint business, definitely due to different liquids are mixed together, there will be wastage. So it doesn't mean having a wastage less is purely a good sign of quality. Purely a good sign of quality. So, but the business, what is the name of the company? Neat company. The business of Enco will be subject to wastage due to mixing of different materials. So again, this measure will not address the excellent quality of product as mentioned in the overall objective. Okay, so I don't think this is a very reasonable measure. Uh, this measure might be more suited with internal efficiency of the business. I think the way they work, the way they uh, process things rather than the quality itself. Clear? That's it. Next, innovative approach. Innovative approach. Guys, what do you think by innovative approach? Here. Anything we have? Nothing. Nothing. To measure this key aspect of objective, this key success factor, no measure is available in the current report. Okay. The business aims to focus on innovation, okay, uh, which includes process innovation and product innovation, but this hasn't been covered. One example, one measure of, now you can see here, we have one measure here, that is the processing time, which has gone down. But again, do you think this measure will directly address the innovation? See, there is a possibility that your processing time has gone down or will go down if you opt for some efficient machines or more better processes. Okay? But do you have any proof here? We don't have. So one measure of average processing time is indicating the time taken. Okay? But it is not clear that such an improvement might be because of innovation. See, possibility is there, but for strategic management to be very sure about it, they need to have solid indicator to prove it. Okay? Solid indicator to prove it. Done, guys? Are we clear? Done. So now the major marks are in my pocket. Out of 14, I can simply say 10 already in my pocket. That's the main P of pale, if you remember. I haven't used the word here purpose, but this is the main P of the word pale. Now, very important point. Wait, please. Now, the other factors that I can evaluate in the report includes some observations. The data is just 2 years data. So no budget available. I cannot assess the trend, performance trend here because I just have 2 years data. No external information available so that I can benchmark. We can benchmark ourselves. No commentary available to explain the major reasons. Like if you see the revenue is going down, the profits are going down. Okay? Profits are going down. Now, there's no commentary to explain it. Is this a one-off thing, or it is due to market pressures? Like, as we have seen, the margins are declining due to mergers and acquisitions. So report is not giving any message about it. Okay. So no explanation for that available. Yes, report is very much financially focused. So financial information is given to me in a very detailed way. I can see liquidity here as well, like current ratios and all are available. So liquidity is addressed. I can see uh, long-term liabilities. So the dependency on loans is clear. So very much heavily financially focused, but not addressing issues that are highlighted above. So lack of non-financial information in short. Okay. So let's write some other factors with proper reasons why I'm mentioning them. Right. And it is very important. The market is highly competitive. So it is important to understand where we are going towards. Okay. The report is heavily focused towards financial numbers. Heavily focused towards financial numbers and providing good idea about short term liquidity and long term finances on which the business is relying. Okay. Positives, I will mention it, right? However, there are no external bench marks given to understand how well ENCO is operating and generating value for shareholders. Okay. Reason. This is the reason. No performance trends and budgets are available in order to understand the decline in performance, decline in performance of ENCO is whether this is due to is this one off or continuous fall. Okay, clear everyone? All right. Also, commentary is missing, which should address the major reasons for performance reduction, or why company opted for a big loan in current year. Now you can see the loan they took is of 90 million in the current year with no reasons available. Okay, clear? So commentary should be there. So what is the conclusion? It is clear. It is clear overall that report lacks non-financial information, which is very important to address the main objective and success main objectives and success factors to achieve the objectives. Done. Clear everyone? So I think this is very much possible, doable for you. Whatever you mention must have a reason behind it. This is what we have done so far. Guys, what is your feedback? Understood? Yes or no? Please. Are we clear? Is it easy? Manageable? Can you guys do this? Come on. So many questions of similar type has been tested. And I'm very strange. If you look at the examiner report again for this question, there were few stupids, sorry to say, who in the paper again were commenting that the performance of the company is not good, revenue has gone down, and were investigating the reasons for that, or those came up with the reason how they can improve their revenue, liquidity, profitability. What are you doing? You are not required to assess the performance of the organization. Rather, you have to evaluate the report. I'm shocked to see the comment of the examiner. Despite so much of guidance, so much of clarity, I don't know why students do this. And I'm very much optimistic in saying this. These self-study students are doing mainly this problem. Or because or somebody hasn't guided them, yet this is how they have to handle it. Because even a 2-year kid cannot do this stupidity, sorry to say, after understanding the way I've explained to you. Do you agree with me? I know I'm using some harsh words, but it's a fact. Why are we still doing this mistake? Why are we starting? Why do we assess the performance of the organization every time? Why? Okay, done. Balance scorecard. Exhibit number 3. Now I'm reading this for the first time. The company chief financial officer recently attended a conference on the benefits of using balance scorecard as a strategic management tool. Okay. He indicated to the CEO that Neaty would benefit from the user scorecard as a reporting system at strategic board level, fine, and suggested that Neaty commences using it ASAP, fine. In addition, he presented to the CEO an example of two balanced scorecard perspectives used by the presenter at the conference. In Appendix 2, he suggested to the CEO that the company could use the measures contained in this example for both customer and innovation and learning perspective. He believed that for those two perspectives, these measures represented represented both the objective of the organization and the demand of the environment they are operating in. So demand of the environment is very clear. Acquisition, mergers, new people are coming, price decline, competitive environment. And I already saw that currently the report that we just assessed was not addressing the objective. Let's see the measures that they now have asked us to evaluate will be able to do this or not. The CEO has asked you for an evaluation of the CFO's proposal to use the measures in the example. To use the measures in this example of balanced scorecard at Neaty company for customer and innovation and learning perspectives. You may not been asked to suggest and slap anyone who does it. New measures. Don't do it. Copy, paste, appendix 2. Let's open this appendix. If they have mentioned that these are able to do it, doesn't mean they will do it. Okay, you have to check it. Now, my friends, my consultants, my beautiful audience, verb is evaluation of object. The CFO proposal to use measures in this example at balanced scorecard at Neaty for customer innovation and learning perspective. Okay. Step 3, $1 million point. Look at the verb. 1. Look at the object. 2. These measures they are talking about. Okay. These measures. Third, look at the marks. 15. I will sort this for you. I will sort this for you. And the headings if you can plan. Let's plan it. Let's plan it. Let's copy everything from here. Let's copy everything from here. I hope I am able to paste it correctly. Okay, that's okay. Customer perspective. Under customer perspective, measure 1, brand awareness, measure 2, customer satisfaction, measure 3, market share. Then innovation and learning perspective. Under this, Staff attitude survey, number 1. Percentage of sales from new products, number 2. Revenue per employee, number 3. Alas, highlight it, make it bold so that it is clear. This is daddy of all. The marks, 15 marks. Let's plan in our mind. Let's plan in our mind. A simple mark breakup is what you have to plan. Okay? 7 to 8 marks for customer perspective, 7 to 8 marks for innovation and learning. Let's further split it. If customer perspective has 8 marks, for example, so 2 to 3 marks for brand awareness, 2 to 3 marks for customer satisfaction, 2 to 3 marks for market share, 1 mark per valid point. If 3 marks you wrote under brand awareness, those are correct points, 3 marks. If you wrote 3 marks, 3 points for customer satisfaction, you got 3 marks. Similarly for market share. Then staff attitude survey, 2 to 3 marks. Percentage of sales from new products, 2 to 3 marks. Revenue per employee, 2 to 3 marks, my friends, 2 to 3 marks. Are we clear? Done? Understood? Is it becoming easier for you? Say something, man. Okay. Now, under brand awareness, this is a measure of customer perspective. Brand awareness, they have recommended as a measure of customer perspective. Okay, fine. First of all, first of all, first of all, customer perspective of balance scorecard will be connected with customer delight objective. Yes or no? Customer delight objective. Yes or no? Yes. Okay. So customer delight, yes, right? Now, do you think brand awareness is connected with customer delight? First of all, is brand awareness connected with customer delight? No. Beyond expectation and brand awareness, I can't see a connection. I can't see a connection. Okay? Brand awareness is not well connected with the overall objective of customer delight. Okay? Customer delight. Now, what basically what basically, what is the way to measure brand awareness? If you want to just check the brand awareness, whether people know Enco or not, what is the way to do it? Customer service. Okay. Customer service can do this. If you take customer service, what will happen? People will give you the feedback that we are aware of Neaty company. We are not. We are not. Is it customer delight? No. See, the term is very crucial. Customer delight is the deciding factor. This is the deciding factor. This term is the most important thing. Okay? This brand awareness can be measured by customer surveys. Okay? Customer surveys, but even if it is done accurately, because surveys do have problems, okay? Even if it is done accurately, this is not well connected with customer, not well connected with customer not connected with customer satisfaction beyond not well connected with level beyond customer expectation. Okay. Now, which term is more better here? Brand awareness is well linked or brand loyalty is well linked here? Brand loyalty seems to be a better one. Brand loyalty. Just a minute, please. Okay. So brand loyalty is a better one compared to brand awareness. Okay. However, brand loyalty is more better linked with customer delight, which means happy customer will come again to the same company. Done. Clear, everyone? And also, now see why I'm saying this. Their environment that they are facing right now, The environment is a one where competition is high. So to address competition, to avoid customer going towards new entrants, because there are new people coming there, right? We know this. There are acquisition mergers going on. Foreign companies are taking up the market. So I'll justify why I wrote this, which is important in the competitive environment. Enco is working as stronger brand image means less impact due to new entrants. Okay? See, we were not just concerned about the objective achievement here. The question did mention that we had to focus on the environment in which they are working as well. Done. I think that is more than enough for 2 to 3 marks. Next one, customer satisfaction. Customer satisfaction. Okay. Customer satisfaction will be gauged by customer survey customer survey scores. Okay, scores. But again, it is important to understand. Wow, man, this is a very nice area. You conduct customer survey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 being the worst, 5 being the best. 90% audience chose for 5. Is this customer delight? Answer me. Is this customer delight? Is this customer delight? Yes, please. This is not customer delight. Even majority rated 5. Even majority rated 5. This means they are very much satisfied, but this is not customer delight. That even higher satisfaction rating from customers will not match the criteria of what? Criteria of what? Customer delight, which seems to be the key success factor in overall objective. Oh man, this term has played a very important role. In isolation, okay, fine, good. Customer satisfaction is a good thing in isolation. But overall, looking at the objective and success factors, customer delight definition will not be met by this again. Okay. Now, understood everyone? Further, more the satis, because I'm evaluating, so I have to mention this. Satisfaction scores are subject to inaccurate information due to multiple reasons. For example, different customer, different customer perceptions, okay, in relation to ratings and not assigning extreme values. We know the problems of customer survey. So the point that I'm making is customer survey itself has some issues. Okay, clear? But so this is a measure in isolation may be useful, but considering the objective, I will not go with this one. Market share. Market share. Okay, market share. Again, I want you not to ignore the challenge that they are facing in their business environment. And do not ignore merger acquisitions. Do not ignore foreign suppliers. Do not ignore declining margins. Do not ignore that new entrants are coming in the market. On top of it, to generate value for shareholders in a maximum way, market share is a good measure. Market share will suit the objective and the industry pressures that they are facing. Are you with me? This measure seems to be useful considering the market pressures the ENCO is facing. Okay. As more market share means ENCO is competing well in the competitive business environment. When I use business environment, I get commercial acumen marks. Clever, clever, clever. Okay. Done, everyone? Now, market share is a good indicator. And this will work well for the company. Any comparison of this measure with industry, with other competitors will clearly will clearly highlight the performance. Okay, are we clear? But one concern I still feel, one concern that I still feel, and that is how much the new entrants are affecting the business. This is something I feel is not completely addressed by this indicator. Okay. So, however, the threat of new entrants will not be directly addressed by this indicator, will not be really addressed by this indicator as new entrants due to for example, due to acquisitions, may pose further threat. Okay, may pose further threat if they are affecting the end company's business. So, yes, see, market share improving in the long run is a sign that we are competing well. In this competitive environment, this is important to know. Plus, for shareholders as well, it will be a good sign. But what about the new entrants? What about the threat that new companies are coming and they are also settling in the market? Okay, they are also settling in the market, and they are then also grabbing the market share. So how many new people came? Indirectly, it will be clear through market share percentage if it is declining. But how many these new companies are affecting, and company will not be clearly highlighted with this from this indicator or by this measure. Okay, clear everyone? Done. Halas. So I think we are done with this part. It is sufficient for now. 3 marks. And so far, what all I've written is clear to all of you. Right then, here we'll take a pause, and for day one, and this pause means we will definitely cover this in the next session. So I hope this is clear to all of you for now. Please share your feedbacks as to how your first day of webinar went. Did you enjoyed it? Understood things? Please share your feedbacks for now. Was the session useful? I need feedbacks in the comment section. Were you able to learn new techniques? Were you able to handle it in a very organized manner? How was the session, please? Satisfied? Again, delight or satisfied? Oh, tricky. Satisfied or delight? Oh man, delight beyond the expectation. Wow. Today, what we have learned, delight or satisfied? That's great. Great. Guys, the day one has ended. Uh, Customer loyalty under customer satisfaction. Won't that be indirectly giving another measure? Okay, see, yes, you are right. I was not, I didn't recommend it. I just mentioned, considering the business environment, that in the context of the business environment, because I had that option available. Yeah, what I'm saying, in the context of the business environment, I mentioned loyalty to be better linked, okay, compared to awareness, because these two terms are very much connected to each other. Okay, so I never said that they should use this measure, but because of the new entrants coming in the market, because of the business pressures, loyal customer will be more better than a one who knows the business. Okay, so sometimes in evaluation, you have to respect that thin boundary between suggesting and justifying your point in evaluation. I always say in evaluation, sometimes you, to evaluate your point, to explain your point in a better way, you can use certain things as an example, but that's not true suggestion that you are giving. Okay. So guys, now we will recontinue. We'll continue day 2 on Friday with this question that I'll complete, and the next one I will also solve. I hope you understood a systematic approach to deal with these things, and I'm sure all this will be very helpful for you. Okay, so that's it for today. See you then, Friday, day 2.